welcome to a little video about reflectional and rotational symmetry. First, some vocabulary. Symmetry. Symmetry is when something is perfect on both sides, exactly the same on both sides, identical on both sides. So a line of symmetry is a line that cuts a shape exactly in half. So if we were to fold it along that line or put up a mirror, we would have the same image. So let's see how many times we can cut each image in half. Letter A. I can cut this heart only down the middle once. The emoji does not have any lines of symmetry. See how the hearts are not on the same spot on both sides? There's no way I can cut this in half and make it the same. For the letter H, we have two lines of symmetry. I can cut it vertically and make it the same on both sides, or horizontally. Next, I have this star. There's lots. Let's see. I can cut it in half from point to from point to point. I can do the same thing to these 2 points, and to these 2, and to these 2 points. So that's 3 lines. I can also cut it down these insides, and down this inside, and then let's reuse this color. There we go. So how many lines is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 lines of symmetry. What about this? Oh, pretend you don't see the 1, but this ladybug can only be cut in half once. I forgot to delete it after making notes. Yay. Alright. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to follow several transformations on one single image. First, let's fix my oopsie poopsie. This should be not negative 270. It should be positive 90. I copied this problem from somewhere else and forgot to change it. Okay, letter A. We are first going to reflect across BD. Line BD is, I guess I can trace it in black. It's this line right here. So if I take my rectangle and I reflect it, here it is. Next, we're going to rotate it 90 degrees about point C. Remember that 90 is counterclockwise and we're doing this L shape. Here is point C. I'm going to zoom in. Okay. I'm going to start with D on the bottom because I think that's the easiest one. I connect D to C. Counterclockwise is that way. There's letter D. I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm going to use this point here. Let's see. This would be C and A. All right. Connect C to C, 90 degrees. Beautiful. Here's my rectangle. Oh, I was going to do that in blue. Here's my rectangle. Here is my rectangle. If we follow the rest of them, you can see how B gets connected to C, 90 degrees, and then I can also show you how, what other color it's used. I guess I could just use black. A gets connected to C and then 90 degrees. Alright. So here it is. The blue is my final image. Letter B. First, we're going to rotate negative 90 about A, and then we'll translate it to the right. Okay, so here's A. We're rotating this rectangle, keeping that point there. It's not going to move. Negative 90 is clockwise. So I'm going to move everything that way, the whole rectangle. This is what it's going to end up looking like. Right, there's B, there's D, and there's C. Okay? And then we're going to move it to the right. Well, I never said how far to the right, so I'm going to go all the way over here. To the right. Gorgeous. Letter C. First, we're going to translate to the right, and then we're going to do 90 about D. Okay. Oh, well, here it is on the right. Now we're going to translate it negative 90, or rotate it negative 90, so clockwise. Clockwise is this way. Let's start with this point. And then from there, I'm just going to draw my rectangle that I was going to do in blue, Gumin. You're going to do it in blue. Here it is. First, we translated it to the right, and then we rotated it 90 degrees clockwise around point D. Lastly, let's try that for letter D. First, we're going to rotate it positive 90 about point B, so that's counter. Here's B, counterclockwise is that way. So, if I connect A to B, so from A, counterclockwise is that way, so it would end up here. Alright, so here's my rectangle. And then lastly, we're going to reflect it across AB. AB is this line here. So if we're reflecting across it, we end up right there. Let's do this in a different color. Beautiful. Next page. Here I already have shapes that have had one or maybe two sequences of transformation. We're going to describe them in English words. So instead of English and we draw, we have a drawing and let's English. Okay, so what do I notice here? First, I notice that the original cat is backwards and it's lower. So two things happened. First, translated right. And then reflected. Okay, the next one. Ooh. What could this be? It could be several things. I actually see. Oh, yes, yes. I see what it could be. I'm thinking of which way I want to describe it to you. Yes. Now, to me, it does look like a reflection. And it's reflected across some point in between them. I think that's it. That's all I see. I was trying to think if I can describe it in some sort of translation. Yeah, oh, I get it. I know how I can do it in 2 steps. Okay, Gumin. I know what I originally planned. First, it moved up and then it reflected. Let's do that. Yep. So, translated up, then reflected. Right, so our triangle would be here, and then we. I don't like that either. I don't like that either. I don't remember what my original thought was here. All I see is a reflection because it's not a rotation. Yeah, I'm gonna take this back. I think it's just a reflection across a point. maybe you'll have a better idea of what's happening here, but my mind can't think of anything else. Yeah, alright. Onwards we go. Number 5, let's see what happened here. Oh, I know. This guy moved up and then rotated. So, translated up and then rotated. Oh, I couldn't even tell you how many. This looks like a 90 degrees. Negative 90 degrees, because it's clockwise. I'm stuck on this number 4. I keep thinking about it. It's a reflection across a point, but what else could it be? I don't know. Maybe I'll think of it in class, or maybe you'll think of it. If you think of a different way to do 4, you let me know. Right now, I'm like hitting a wall, but I think it's just a reflection. All right, that's about it. After this, we're going to do some classwork. Have a wonderful rest of whatever day it is for you. Bye.